There has never been a better and easier way to make money doing part-time freelancing on top of your day job from the comfort of your home. The tools, platforms, and opportunities available today weren't around even 10 years ago. And no, I'm not talking about just the typical freelancing jobs like graphic design or building a website. You can virtually turn any skill of yours into a source of income doing part-time freelancing. Let's take a quick look at Upwork.com, a platform that connects freelancers of any skills with potential clients. And no, they aren't sponsoring this video yet. Let's take a look at James, who is an IT consultant by day and a video conferencing software consultant on Upwork, helping organizations get set up with conferencing tools such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Skype. This is literally what he does. He charges $95 per hour. He's already made over 100K and works less than 30 hours a week. Or what about Clementine, who is a medical doctor by day living in Dominica, but also she makes over $100,000 a year on Upwork by providing medical translations to other languages. I can go on for days showing you people who genuinely make 6 figures plus on the side, who don't own businesses, who don't invest in the stock market, but just simply offer their skills part-time on these freelancing platforms. So if the idea of making an extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month doing freelancing work excites you, then stick around until the end of this video, as I'm going to give you some practical ways in getting started. So as always, grab your notes, smash the like button, and let's get into it. The first step is to choose which skill of yours you're going to monetize. Now, I know a lot of people struggle with this one because how do you know what you're really good at? And if that's the case, I've got 2 ways for you to find out. Think about what comes to you naturally. What can you do without having to look up any manual or Google on how to do it? This can be anything from proofreading a document to check for spelling and grammar mistakes, or perhaps you know a second language, making it great at translating, or perhaps you know how to take care of your skin better than anyone else you know. There is also a second way of going about this, which is to ask 10 friends the following question. Hey bro, just a quick one. If there was one topic that you come to me for advice, what topic would that be?
Do you seriously think I would come to you for anything?
Alright folks, on a serious note, the advice could be anything from your friends coming to you for tips on how to lose weight or helping them with their resume and cover letter. And honestly, anything is game. As long as it's ethical and legal, there is a way for you to turn that skill into a freelancing side gig. So now that you've chosen what skill of yours you're going to turn into a service and sell online, the next step is to do 2 things. Number 1, choose a niche, and number 2, choose a niche in an emerging trend, and here's why. The biggest mistake I see beginner freelancer make is to serve every industry and every niche, because when you do that, you also automatically enter a market with thousands of competitors, making it impossible to differentiate yourself from others. Let me give you an example. Suppose I was a marketing consultant offering online advertising services by day, and I thought, hey, let me do some freelance marketing on the side on Upwork. If I do a quick Google or Upwork search for a marketing consultant, I get thousands of consultants doing this already. But if I pick a niche like branding myself as a marketing consultant serving high-end real estate agents, I reduce the results from thousands to just a few hundred marketers in this niche. But a few hundred is still quite a lot of people to be competing with, especially if I haven't got a big portfolio. And this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is where the second part of this tip comes in, which is to jump on an emergent trend. So instead of branding myself as a marketing consultant serving real estate agencies, I specialize even further by branding myself as a TikTok marketing consultant servicing high-end real estate agencies. Now ask yourself, if a real estate company wanted to explore advertising on TikTok by hiring a freelance marketing consultant on Upwork, who would they choose? Tom, who markets himself as a general marketer, serving every industry, or myself, who is a marketer who only works with real estate clients and who only specializes in TikTok advertising. You see, Facebook, Twitter, Google, and YouTube advertising has been around for almost a decade, but TikTok advertising is an emergent new way of online advertising that has literally been around for a year. Okay, so a quick recap. By now, you should have chosen what skill you will monetize. You've also selected a niche and you've doubled down on an emergent trend. It's now time to create an account and complete your profile on all these freelancing platforms and land your first project. Now, there are many freelancing platforms out there. You have Upwork.com, freelancer.com, people per hour. I'll add a full list of all of them in the description down below. But there's still one big problem. How do you land your first freelance project when you're new to these platforms? I can tell you right now, as someone who often hires freelancers from these platforms myself, if I see that you have 0 projects completed and 0 reviews, I'm just going to view you as being too risky and decline your proposal. However, if you have a profile with a handful of glowing reviews, I'd be open to talk, providing you have a great proposal, which we will get to in a moment. Okay, so now that you know the importance of having a good profile with a number of reviews, here's the secret to landing your first client. The secret is, drum rolls please, that you land your first client away from these freelancing platforms first, and this is how you do it. So going back to the example we used earlier of if I was a full-time marketing consultant but I wanted to start freelancing on the side as a TikTok advertising consultant serving the real estate industry. The first thing I would do is to go to Facebook and Reddit and join every single real estate group I can find. And why is that? Because this is where real estate agents and real estate businesses owners will most likely hang out. Then number 2, and this is the most important part, here's what you're going to do. For 10 days in a row, every single day, you're going to add value to the group by educating the group on, for example, TikTok advertising, how to get set up and how to succeed on it. The key thing here is that you are adding value and educating people, as this will build you up as an authority on the subject. Do not, and I repeat, do not start off by selling your services before the group has warmed up to you as someone who really knows their stuff. Now on day 11, write a post and say that you're currently running a 90% discount on your TikTok advertising service and that you have 3 spaces left. I can guarantee you, if you have genuinely added value to people in these groups over the last 10 days, they will flood your DMs. Now, of course, you will have to do these 3 projects at a loss without probably making any money, but that's not the goal here. The goal is to get some reviews on these freelancing platforms. So once you've discussed the project in the DMs, the next critical component of making this work is to tell them that your offer is only valid if they create a client profile on Upwork.com, which only takes 5 minutes to complete, and agree to pay you on that platform. And then boom, there you have it. You should within a few weeks be able to have 3 glowing reviews on any of these freelancing platforms, which will quadruple your chances of proposals being accepted. Now remember, I'm just using TikTok advertising as an example for this video, but you should be joining Facebook groups and Reddit groups that are related to your skill that you're going to monetize. Okay, let's do a quick recap. By now, we've chosen a niche, we then doubled down on an emerging trend to reduce our competition, and we also managed to find a way to strengthen our online freelancing profiles with 3 really strong reviews from clients we found elsewhere. The next step is to know how to create irresistible proposals. The way these platforms like Upwork or freelance.com work is kind of like a marketplace. Individuals and organizations post a brief for a project, and then as a freelancer, you can bid for it by sending your proposal along with your profile. So I'm going to teach you how to create irresistible proposals in just under 2 minutes. So foundations first. Do not, and I repeat, do not use a copy and paste proposal. They can be spotted from miles away, and nothing screams more, this person is just trying to make some money out of things they aren't even qualified for. So let's say I was browsing through these freelancing platforms I'm a member of, and I saw a real estate agency posted a project looking for a TikTok advertiser. This is how my proposal would look like. Hey David, I see that you need some help with TikTok advertising for your real estate business. The pandemic has really impacted the real estate market, so I can understand why bringing more visits to your website and generating new customers is so important for you. You have now shown that you understood their problem. I hardly apply for projects on here, but yours really stood out to me because I'm a TikTok advertising expert who only works with real estate businesses like yours. You've now demonstrated that you're an expert and that you are familiar with their industry. In fact, this is what one of my real estate clients had to say about me. You can see 3 more reviews on my Upwork profile. We hired Mohammed to run some TikTok advertising for our real estate business. This brought us an additional 200 visits to our website, which led to 7 sales. We couldn't be more happy with his professionalism, attention to detail, and dedication. He is your go-to guy for anything TikTok advertising. You have now shown social proof and real evidence of your claims. I only take on a handful of clients a month, and currently I've only got space for 1 more client. You have now shown that you're in demand and that you are not desperate for the project. Also, as you can see from my bid, I charge significantly more than most people on this platform, and that's because I only bid for projects where I know I can deliver a 10x return on investment. And I know I can deliver that for you, as this is literally what I have done for your competitors. So as a quick side note, the reason why you should be charging premium prices is because A, you will attract higher budget clients, and B, if you charge, say, $10 an hour, you will have to work for 10 hours just to make $100. But if you charge $50 an hour, you make $100 in just 2 hours. I've also attached my step-by-step process on how I work for your convenience. P.S. I also guarantee all my clients that if what I deliver doesn't work, I will 100% refund you your money. You've now shown that you follow a proven process and that you've removed away the risk of working with you. So to wrap up this video, if you're new to freelancing, you will most likely have to practice what you learned in this video a few times. But I promise you, if you stay at it and trust the process, you will be on your way to starting a successful freelancing side business, working a few hours a day. And remember, you can turn any skill into freelancing business wherever you live. I hope that was useful. Do let me know in the comments if it was, and I'll catch you in the next one.